Welcome, one and all. We've waited such a long time for peace to come to America and the world, and Black America as well. We are going to address today a concept known as the chosen one. Now, the average man doesn't know the time of the appearance of God because it's foolish to him. And also, I must say that the man, according to the scriptures, always refers to the so-called European Jews, for they trace their heritage back to the biblical Adam as the first Jew. And of course, they disobeyed in the garden. I said, if you would, you die the same day. 1,000 years here is only one day where I live in the heavens. Let us turn to Genesis 6:5. The Lord saw that there was wickedness on the earth by man, and that it was great, and that every intention of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. In Genesis 6:7 we read, So the Lord said, I will blot out man whom I have created from the face of the earth, because I'm sorry I created him. Now, I know from personal experience that these organisms called European Jews have no interest in any supreme being, for they worship him not. No matter what name what might give to him, even the architect himself, because this so-called natural man acts according to his nature, which is complete perversity. Israel also has one of the highest percentages of support for same-sex marriage in the world. 61% of Israelis support civil marriage for same-sex couples. And Israel was the first country in Asia where homosexuals were actually protected by anti-discrimination laws, and remains the only country in the Middle East to provide such legal protection. Out magazine has named Tel Aviv the gay capital of the Middle East. How could this be accomplished when it is against the Torah? The time for the judgment of the Jews is here. Israel was the first country in Asia to initiate this homosexual conduct. In Leviticus 18:22 it states, You shall not lie with a male as one lies with a female, because it is an abomination. Terrible. In Leviticus 20:13 we read, You shall not lie with a male as one lies with a female. It is an abomination. In Leviticus 20:13, if a man lie with mankind as with womankind, both of them have committed an abomination. They surely shall be put to death, and their blood shall be upon them. This is the Torah which the Jews subscribe to, so they say, but they do not. The Jews have a fly, a housefly, as their god. His name is Beelzebub. Former President Bill Clinton is known as Bubba. The word Ba in ancient Egypt means the soul. The other connection is with this fly. When they meet in their Moloch temples, they have an expression, no spiders allowed, because spiders catch flies. In ancient Egypt, since the so-called European Jews were no good at all, we never gave them a proper burial. Their bodies decayed into maggots, and then the maggots decayed into flies, and had a soul as a fly. These houseflies are literally European Jews with a physical rebirth. Their ethereal beings are earthbound and will never see the light in order to cross over to the other side. Pardon me. It's stated in the Bible that as lightning flashes from the east to the west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. This is a big clue as to identity or to identify the Christ, because lightning travels at half the speed of light, which light travels at 186 miles per second. Lightning travels at 93,000 miles per second. So when the number 93 is reduced to a 39, inherent within that number is the number 21 when reduced. So we have a 39 plus 21 equals 60. Within the numbers 39, 21, 60, we then find the identity of the Christ as to his birth date and time of birth. Within the word Christ is the name Iris, the first name given to Amenhotep, which now belongs to me. He was named after a flower. We also have the letters ST, meaning the least among them, being the saints, which also total a 39/21. The first two letters, CH, denote an alphanumeric 38, the same as in the last name of Powell, and also on August 8, 2008, known as 888, the entire cosmos was made straight, because from the Milky Way to the Earth, it formed a complete straight line, which most of you have probably never heard of. It's called the Great Alignment. Any Mason, any knowledgeable Jew will tell you, as it is above, so it is beneath. Now the Jews will be made straight, and they owe us plenty of money, from Egypt to Africa, China, all over the world. No one likes these grubby, murderous thieves. We are going to get all our money back, and they're going to have to pay the penalty. These same statistics are also found in the name Jesus, Messiah, Ramesses, Christ, as well as every other major name for God. Important enough is that my name is a 7 and my date of birth, being 12/26/1956, is reduced to a 383 equals 14, which leaves me with a 714 equals 21, triple sevens. My name, Eric Robert Powell, also contains 16 letters, being respectively a 466 reduced to a 421, which equals 16. So this gentleman possesses, myself, 4 sevens, which is unheard of in the annals of history, or even in the heavens. Truly one of a kind. And I'm not bragging. Now for the chosen one. The expression, the chosen one, relates to the manifestation and personage of what's called Ra. He also spells the name R-E and is phonetically the same as R-A-H as in Ra. He is known as the biblical or the son of Judah. The name of course, stands for Eric Robert, as my last name was not contemplated or put in place at that time. But I am also known as Pharaoh by the ancient Egyptians, P-E-R'-O, which is a personal name of the Pharaoh. He is known as Amen-Ra, R-E, or Amen-Ra, R-A. Ra-R-A and Ra-R-E you will find is a 12/26/1956. Now, the chosen one is a 33 for the word the, a 64 for the word chosen, and a 34 for the word one. The numbers 33 and 64 equate to number 79, the same alphanumeric as in the name Amenhotep. Notice that in the last name Hotep, the first 3 letters are an 862, the same as mine, while the last 2 letters stand for Eric Powell, or at least my initials, which add up to a numeric 21. Now 16 plus 21 equals a 3710, because God is known as the 10th. The 10th is the number 67, which we'll get into at a later date. This math shifts to an alphanumeric 2314, which when added is a 3710, as I say, which when added together sums up a 38, which is the same as the last name of Powell. Now, I should caution you, in the word "the," once reduced, you will find a 1956 embedded within it. Also, in the word "chosen," you will find my full date of birth and time of birth 3 times. In the word "one," they are reduced to the number 56, the year of my birth, plus a 5, for I am a 16. And that's what happens when you add the 2 numbers together. Lastly, I'd like to leave you with one thought. Please visit http://thereturnofthechrist.blogspot.com, as well as http://amenhotep2.wordpress.com. Next, the return of Amenhotep.